Yo people, wagwan, I don't know, it's the King Boss, welcome back. So today I'm going to be looking at the Streamplify Cam Pro. I'm going to do a quick unboxing. I'm going to show how to set it up. Then I'm going to compare it to a typical 1080p webcam to see if it's actually worth the money. So let's go around the box to see what we have, to see some of the features that we have. I haven't Googled this, I haven't checked out any specs. I'm simply going to go by what's on the box and we'll figure it out together. So first and foremost, it says it has a magnetic foot stand, so that's quite handy. We do have 4K UHD, so that's 4K Ultra HD. We have autofocus, and what autofocus is, it will try and get things back into focus if you put something close enough to the camera. For example, this is my hand. You can probably see this clearly enough. So if I move my hand closer, it should focus on my hand, as you can see there. Then everything that's in the background is blurred, but then when I move my hand away, it should then fix itself. So that's what autofocus is. It says it has digital zoom at 5x. Now digital zoom is quite useful, but it does reduce the resolution quite a bit, so it only goes up to 720p when you use that. There are two types of zoom. You have digital and you have physical or optical zoom. Optical zoom is where there's another lens physically put in front of something, or you zoom in using the glasses, whereas digital zoom is simply crops the video and goes further into the video. 105-degree viewing angles, that's decent. I guess for a webcam, I think that's perfectly fine. Also, this was designed in Germany. If I move to the left-hand side of the box now, all we have on the left is more labeling, more logos, and designed in Germany. If I move to the right-hand side of the box, exactly the same as the left. If I move to the bottom, again, more or less the same as the left and right, so kind of wasted space here, I think. They wasted some ink there, same at the top. Now on the back of the box, no, this is where I have more specs, so I'm going to try and zoom in as much as I can and read these off to you guys so we know what we're working with. The model is the Cam Pro, color black, image resolution 8.5 megapixel Sony CMOS sensor, YU, VU, and MPEG. Image format 3840 by 2160, so that's 4K at 30 frames per second. We have 1920 by 1080, that's full HD at 60 frames per second, and we have 1280 by 720, that's simply HD at 60 frames per second. We also have 640 by 480. I remember playing games back in the days and this was a resolution I was stuck at for a very long time. That's also at 60 frames per second, and it is in MPEG. Viewing angle, as we mentioned before, is 105 degrees. Zoom type 5x digital zoom by 720p resolution. Focus type, we have autofocus. Here it says mic phone number, and it says built-in dual omnidirectional mic. Magnetic stand, yes. Rotate to mute, yes. Brightness enhancement, yes. Power required 5 volts at 400 milliamps. Plug and play, yes. Connection type USB-C. Cable length 200 centimeters, which is 2 meters. Compatible software and operating systems: Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7, macOS, Chrome OS, Android OS. And the tripod mount is a 1/4-inch head. That's everything on the box that's important. So let's get inside the box now. So this is the unboxing section. So the tape is here. Cut the tape. The first thing we have is a booklet here, which I'm definitely not going to read. I'm just going to try and figure everything out myself. Some protection foam on the top to keep this nice and protected. That's quite useful. A very well packaged webcam. First, we have our 2-meter USB cable, USB-C on one end and USB-A on the other end. I'm guessing the USB-A would go into the computer and the USB-C goes into the camera directly. This actually comes with a tripod mount itself. So this is the tripod, and you can screw your camera directly onto here and you should be good to go. And finally, we have the camera, quite chunky. Setting this up seems pretty straightforward. I'm guessing all I need to do is to plug a USB cable in here. Screw this onto the tripod. There is a release here, so you can rotate this to any angle you want. To change the cover on the camera, all you have to do is pull this off. It is magnetic, so you give it a bit of a tug, it comes off straight away. And then I'm going to put the metallic one on there, so simply put this over it and wait for it to snap in place with the magnets. That's it, you're done. On the left is the typical HD webcam I've been using for quite a while. I find it quite good. It's unbranded, I'm not sure what brand it is. And on the right, this is the Streamplify Cam Pro. So let's see if it holds up and let's see if it's actually worth the money. It's a bit messy, but this is how I'm going to be testing cameras. That camera there is going to be plugged into my laptop, and so is that one there. I'm going to be using OBS to try and record and see which one gives me better quality, to see what the highest best quality is and the bitrate and all of that stuff. So let's get cracking. I've plugged in one camera, which is the 1080p camera I have, so the older one and not the Streamplify Mic Pro. To add a camera to your OBS, simply click on the plus sign here, and from the list I'm going to choose video capture device. I'm going to rename mine to general webcam, then I'm going to click OK. When this window comes up, it's going to ask for the source, so the device itself. Click on the arrow here, and for me, I'm going to choose UVC camera. The integrated camera is going to be the camera of my laptop, not the webcam I've plugged in. So I'm going to click on UVC camera. I should get something on screen, fingers crossed. Yeah, there we go. So that's me. It looks quite clear, to be fair. Nothing seems crappy other than the light flashing in the background, but that's nothing to do with the camera. Looks quite good. If you wanted to edit more settings and more features on there, you could. If you click on where it says configure video, this window will pop up, and when this window pops up, you can choose a video decoder, the video proc amp, and the camera controls. I'm not going to mess with any of this. I wanted to leave it as default as possible to see the quality I could get from an average person using this. Resolution, FPS type, I'm going to click on the arrow next to it and choose custom. It says device default, and that might be 720p. I don't know what the default is. I'm going to click on custom, and when I click on custom, I'm going to click on the arrow next to resolution, and from there I'm going to choose the top one for me, which is 1920 by 1080. For you, choose whatever your top one is. That's how you're going to get the best quality. So that's full HD 1920 by 1080. If it says 3840 by 2160, that's going to be 4K. I'm going to click on that, and for FPS, I'm going to click on where it says highest FPS. Click on that, then click OK. So that's my camera all set up, so I know it's working okay. I'm going to go ahead and plug my other camera in and then set my other camera up. So for now, I'm going to turn this one off by clicking on the eye here to make it go invisible. That's my other camera being plugged in. Let's see if it installs the drivers as it needs to. To add in the Streamplify Cam Pro, you do exactly the same process as you would do with any other camera in OBS. So for me, I'm going to click on the plus sign. Then I'm going to go to where it says video capture device. At the very top, I'm going to name this one Streamplify Cam Pro. Then I'm going to click OK. When these options come up again, I'm going to click on where it says device. And under device, I'm going to choose the Streamplify Cam Pro. Again, the UVC is the second camera I plugged in, and Streamplify is the third camera. The first one's always going to be the webcam that's installed on the laptop. If you don't have a laptop and it's a desktop and you don't have a camera, then you shouldn't have anything here other than the two you've plugged in. Again, I can go to configure video. Oh, this is quite good. So this is a much wider angle camera than the one I had before, because I'm sitting in exactly the same position, and as you can see, it sees a lot more of the room I'm in. I can click on configure video, but if I click on configure video, this comes up. Again, I'm not going to change anything here. I'm going to leave it exactly how it is. So I'm going to click cancel. Under resolution FPS type, I'm going to click on that, and this time I'm going to click on custom again. And for resolution, I'm going to choose 3840 by 2160. This is the highest resolution it has, so that's 3840 by 2160, which is 4K. Click on that. FPS, let's see what we can get. Under FPS, it says highest 30, so I'm going to click on 30, of course, or click on highest, whichever one. Then from there, I click on OK. And as you can see here, that's me, and it's zoomed in because the screen that is viewing it on, this camera also has many more options. So under video format, it says any, but I'm going to choose MPEG. MPEG makes the most sense for me, I think. For color space, I'm going to leave it as default. Color range default. Buffering auto detect. Then I'm going to click on OK. And that's my camera fully set up. So straight away, I would say, yes, it is definitely better than the generic camera I have. So I'm going to click on the eyeball here again to view the generic camera and hide the Streamplify Mic Pro. So if I click on that, that's hidden. If I go back to this one, I'm really liking the colors of the generic camera. It seems to be a lot more punchy, but to be fair, I'm sure I could go into the Streamplify's camera and edit things and make it a bit more punchy, but straight away I would say the Streamplify is clearer. It gives a much larger image, which is always a good thing. The generic camera I have is only stuck at 1080p, whereas this obviously goes up to 4K. The 1080p camera, however, does give you 60 frames per second, which some people might need. I don't think for streaming you might even need 60. Even 4K seems a bit ridiculous for me sometimes. However, the Streamplify Cam Pro on Amazon is roughly £84. Is it worth it? I would say for me, no, because again, 1080p 60 is the sweet spot for a webcam for me. However, if you're someone who simply must have 4K, again, albeit it's limited to 30 frames per second, if you must have 4K, then this is a really good camera. It comes with a stand, it has a tripod, you can screw the stand to the tripod, you have a twist to lock feature which would actually hide the webcam so no one can see you. So you could always leave your webcam plugged in and simply twist it. It would mute the microphone and also hide the webcam. So that's quite good for security. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.